Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2021 Templeton Middle School Promotion Ceremony. Definitely something to cheer for, right? Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated for the procession of our students as they enter the stadium. As students enter the stadium, you will notice that several of them have medals of accomplishment. Students with gold ribbons have received leadership awards. Black ribbons identify students who have earned a place among the top scholar list for first and second semester. Green ribbons signify department awards, and white ribbons signify Eagle Excellence Awards. Please stand, remove your hat, and remain standing for the presentation of colors and the flag salute. The colors are presented today by the American Legion Post 220 Color Guard. Leadership President Spencer Sanders will now lead us in the flag salute.
Please place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
Many thanks to Spencer and to the American Legion. Let me start by saying congratulations to the promoting class of 2021. It is such a joy to be able to gather and celebrate your success. My name is Heather Contreras, and it's been my honor to serve as the principal of Templeton Middle School this year. I'd like to welcome and give thanks to our superintendent, Mr. Aaron Asplin, Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Andy Burnett, and the distinguished members of the Board of Trustees, Board President, Mr. Matt Vieira, Board Clerk, Mr. Nelson Yamagata, Board members, Mr. Ted DeBost, Mr. Jan Nimick, and Mrs. Mendy Swan. And to my fellow administrators, welcome and thank you for your support. I would also like to welcome faculty, staff, students, parents, and families. Your involvement in the lives of these young people has helped make this day a reality. Thank you for coming to make this afternoon a special memory in the lives of our students. A special thank you to our MOT staff and high school administration who have been hard at work figuring out and setting up the facilities. To the TMS Super Secretary, Mrs. Frances Miller, for leading the coordination. To our assistant principal, Mrs. Debbie Garcia, 8th grade counselor, Mr. Ken Heinen, and the 8th grade team of teachers for taking care of the unique intricacies that lead each student to this point of promotion. To our PTO powerhouse for working tirelessly for all students throughout this year. And to the American Legion who just provided the colors. Thank you. And now let's just breathe a sigh of relief that we are here in person, sitting together doing this rather than via Zoom. Talk about a much needed cathartic experience. I congratulate all of us for pulling through these last 15 months of insanity. Great job, everyone. In all seriousness, we are a community who lives by the Templeton Strong mentality and who has had to show up and meet that strength time and time again. In my short time here, I've seen parents advocate fiercely on behalf of their kids. I've seen teachers rise to the demands of teaching in multiple platforms multiple times in a year. I've seen classified staff step up with a whatever it takes kind of attitude. I've seen district and site administrators be steadfast in making the best possible decisions for impossible situations. I've seen board members gather earnestly time and time again to listen and lead. And I've seen the promoting class of 2021, the ones who were so heavily impacted, show strength, resiliency, and tenacity. This is a class who has been known as the bubble year because of how many are in their numbers. Additional textbooks have been routinely ordered every year, along with additional class sections or teachers because of their 200+ student numbers. This is also a class who is known by their kindness, by their silliness, by their heart. Every year, student classes arrive at their next destination with a reputation. Sometimes it's, uh-oh, get ready, and your year is filled with fun and exhaustion. And sometimes it's, oh, you're going to love them, and your year is filled with rainbows and unicorns. This class of 2021 was the latter. In front of us is a class of students whose teachers eagerly anticipated their arrival. So often throughout this year, it was, geez, of all the years to miss out on an 8th grade class, they're the best. And that is your reputation. For unknown reasons, as a whole, you have a synergy that creates goodness, inclusivity, and optimism. You have been forced to roll with the punches, and yet you get back up time and time again and keep moving forward. No one escapes traveling through life without adversity. It's always the goal to keep young people as far away from adversity for as long as possible, while still, somehow, growing their capacity to have compassion, grit, and resilience. While each of you have varying levels of experiences as a class, you've had to endure the pain of grief with the loss of Jared, your beloved classmate, followed shortly after by the loss of the normalcy and stability found in school. This has been a lot. And this is why it's crucial that we celebrate your successes and our ability to be in the present moment so well. Life is filled with the unexpected and unknown. And many times, there's great joy in that. It allows the mind to wonder about the possibilities. It allows the soul to find new levels of courage. It allows adventure, big or small. As you enter into another part of your life's journey, the high school journey, you will gain even more perspective of life and insight into yourself. I pray your next 4 years are filled with experiences that mold you into your best self, that adversity makes you wiser rather than harder, and that your belief in your abilities grows and grows. Each of you is designed for greatness. Don't stop believing in yourself. You are worthy of everything good that life has to offer. One more round of applause for you, class of 2021. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our dynamic duo student speakers, Maisie Dom and Kelsey Becker.
Hello everyone, my name is Kelsey Becker.
And my name is Maisie Dom.
You most likely recognize us, but if not, it's probably because we are one of the bigger class sizes in the Templeton School District.
The past 3 years have been filled with many ups, a few downs, but lots of good memories with one another.
Okay, I see a few yawning in the audience, so let's get right into it.
Let's travel back to the good old days of 6th grade.
Whenever someone mentions 6th grade, I always think of science camp.
Shout out to everyone in the elephant seal cabin.
And we can't forget our favorite leaders, Stargazer Jim and Barnacle.
Not to mention the Clean Cabin Award that many groups were able to secure.
And like many others, I brought some snacks in the bottom of my bag.
To be a little more specific, some delicious beef jerky and red vines. Oh, Kelsey, do you remember the lip sync battles?
How could I forget?
Overall, 6th grade was smooth sailing, but then we hit 7th grade.
As everyone knows, this is the school year where COVID hit, and we lost one of our best Eagles, Jared.
Jared was a great classmate and always brought a smile to the classroom.
Let's go back to the very beginning, though.
This was our first year able to try out for school sports teams, and the pressure was on.
Maisie and I both played on the girls' basketball team, and I think most would agree that playing or watching the games are some of the best memories made at TMS.
Agreed. But an activity everyone also loved was the market runs after 3 o'clock. However, we all dreaded the after-school market rush.
For sure, those lines were so long. Another aspect of middle school freedom that everyone loved was having the privilege to dress up for Halloween.
Some of our favorite costumes were Lauren and Mr. Inman dressed up as Visco girls, and the football team dressed up as Disney princesses.
This year was definitely cut short,
Thanks a lot, COVID.
but 7th grade was still one for the books.
And now, on to 8th grade.
We started the year on distance learning, meaning we spent too many hours on Zoom.
It really did feel like years, though. I don't know about you, but my eyeballs are positively fried.
Yeah, me too. There were definitely some positives that came with Zoom learning, though. We were able to do school with friends and have free time to try new things.
During the free time, everyone took up a new hobby, and ours was trying the old person sport of golf.
I'm not gonna lie, we dominated out there on the greens. Another thing everyone really enjoyed was the sports clinics the school put on at the end of the year.
It was really nice to get back on the court with all of our teammates.
We were all very excited when the school announced we were able to go back to hybrid.
And I think we can all agree to never take in-person school for granted again.
This last year of middle school was all over the place, but we learned to lean on one another, and it was such a privilege to finish it together.
Overall, our middle school experience is one we will never forget.
On behalf of all the 8th grade students, I would like to thank the staff for all their hard work and determination the past 3 years.
Also, thank you to all of our classmates for making these past 3 years so memorable.
We are so excited to continue growing with everyone during high school.
Thank you.
Kelsey and Maisie, nice job. Let's give them another great big hand. You two did great. So as most of you know, I'm Mr. Heinen, Templeton Middle School counselor, and I wanted to take a few moments to say a few words to all of you. As this group of students, and many of you out there know as well, they lost a classmate in December of 2019. Jared Eichery was not just a classmate, but an integral part of this student community. Students, I know it's sad not to have him here with you today for this celebration. Let me encourage you now to take a moment to reflect on a memory of Jared that brings a smile to your face. I'm sure there are many to choose from. In the meantime, I have the pleasure of introducing Ms. Kathleen Kirchenstein, who will be performing a special song in Jared's honor. Let's all give Ms. Kirchenstein a warm welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
You went away the other day, or maybe it was just yesterday, but either way, you couldn't stay, you had to go, fly away. There was no time to say goodbye, you flew away like a butterfly. I don't know why it was your time to fly. Fly high. my sweet angel. Fly, oh fly. Waves come crashing, filled with grief, so I head to the ocean to find some peace. I look to the west, to the sunset night, see the stars with the trailing lights. I know one day it will be alright. I know one day I will see the light. But for now I'll hold you tight, angel. Fly, my sweet angel. Fly, oh fly. My sweet angel, fly, oh fly, sweet angel, fly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathleen, for that beautiful tribute to Jared. We send our love and support to the Ishuri and Hammers family. It is with great pleasure that I introduce the marvelous London Raftery, who will deliver the closing challenge.
Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear me? Great. Well, hello, everyone. My name is London Raftery, and as you may have guessed, I'm a promoting 8th grader at Templeton Middle School. Well, folks, we did it. It's hard to believe this is the end of our middle school journey, but it is. We've had many ups and downs, friendships, memories, losses, pandemics, and hours spent staring at computer screens. To say the least, it's been quite a hectic 3 years. But we made it through, and now we're moving on to high school. Throughout the past 3 years, we've certainly had many difficulties, but one thing we have had through it all is a community. A community of people who care and support one another. A community that we have and will continue to have for the next 4 years. I know moving up to high school is a big change for all of us, but we made it this far, so what's 4 more years? Looking into our future, I know that we will make it through, and if we go through any hardships, we'll work through it together, just like we always have. As a group of over 200 students, I'd say we've definitely made quite the impact at TMS. Looking back on our middle school experience, I will say it wasn't like anything I anticipated. You see, this is the first school I have finished from first day to last, as my parents like to move me around. To see how far we've come and how much we've grown in just 3 years truly amazes me. And now, looking into the future, I know that we will all grow into wonderful people. These past years have taught us so many things. They've shown us what it's like to find a true sense of friendship. They've shown us to do the very best we can, no matter what. But the most important thing we have learned over these past few years is to never take anything for granted. I know none of us ever expected this pandemic to last more than a few weeks. I remember that last day so vividly, and it's crazy to think it was over a year ago. This pandemic has certainly had its bad bits. Most of it was horrible, in fact, but there was some good. Some of us spent more time with family, some with friends, but we all gained much better computer skills. We have all taken so many things for granted, and now, as this pandemic comes to some sort of a close, I think we are all realizing how special the things around us are. As we have heard, during our 7th grade year, we lost one of our brightest eagles, Jared Eichery. Jared was a wonderful person with such a kind heart. He brought so much joy into our lives every single day. He always made sure to check up on his friends and his classmates and never ceased to have a smile on his face. I will never forget the way his presence would light up a room and the amazing memories we all shared with him. Although Jared is no longer with us, he will forever and always be a part of our lives. Now, as soon-to-be freshmen, I realize how important this journey has been for all of us. We have learned and grown so much over these years, and I know that we will continue to do just that. I know these years were difficult, but they were so important and truly helped shape us all to who we are today. I know I speak for us all when I say that I am ready to step into a new chapter of my life. I hope that when we remember these years, that we focus on all the good that came from them, and remember how strong we are when we stand together. Now, let's promote.
Thank you, London. And now, London already took the words out of my mouth with let's promote. 8th graders, it is time to walk the figurative threshold of promotion. Please welcome our counselors, Mr. Heinen, Mrs. Clark, and Mrs. Leopard.
The first name to be called today, Jared Eichery. Accepting for Jared, his mother, Teresa. Kelsey Becker. Maisie Dom. London Raftery. Austin Abdallah. Madison Alsbach. Avila Anaya. Shekinah Aragon. Ava Arietta. Wyatt Ashton. Brock Bailey. Jonathan Bankston. Madeline Barber. London Barker. Paris Barker. Roxanne Beal. Madison Beasley. Kylie Bell. Jensen Bernard. Jude Bracy. Chloe Breimer. AJ Brown. Priscilla Calderon. Piper Campbell. Deegan Carlin. Orman Carr. Colton Carvalho. Josiah Castillo. Allison Cathcart. Bella Chabot. Melissa Chavez. Vanessa Chavez. Alina Schoberter. Jillian Chodkowski. Emily Clemens. Elijah Copen. Celeste Cunningham. Sophia D'Orazio Lely. Charles Dacus. Charles Dalen. Thanks. Sky Davis. Amaya De Vera. Cameron Dill. Mia Dow. Gavin Eckerman. Lucas Enoch. Jaden Fielder. Bailey Fiorenza. Isabella Fisher. Connor Flanagan. Emma Galbraith. Halen Gamble. Jacob Garcia. Rosalie Garcia. Josie Giaquinto. Let me wait for that to go by. I'm not sure if that was just for us or not, but we'll take it. Christopher Ginther.
Matthew Gingrich. Peyton Giubini. Cara Glickman. Blakely Goldsmith. Jacqueline Gomez. Gina Gomez Gaspar. Isabella Gonzalez. Levi Goodman. Ethan Green. Addison Guffrey. Dixie Gutierrez. Sebastian Haas. William Hagan. Andrew Hamilton. Mark Hamilton. Jackson Hammond. Jake Hanchett. Wyatt Hanchett. Caden Hansen. Grant Hansen. Gage Holly. Jeremy Hayden. Ryan Hodgkin. Anthony Hughesby. Quinn John. Parker Kaiser. Mason Kasargian. Caitlin Casaleonis. Ready to go? Yep. Charles Klein. Brody Lambert Mann. Lauren Lancaster. Mason Lavelle. Maya Levitz. Hannah Lockhart Wright. Caleb Lockhart Wright. Joe Lusk. Isabella Luther.
Yeah, it's quite small. Yes.
Morgan Manos. Marble. Addison Marshall. Harley Martin. Kennedy McAdoo. Nathaniel McDonald. Dawson McDowell. Brianna Mendoza Pacheco. Grant Miller. Peyton Milne. Nathan Minton. Mark Mitchell. Amabella Montoya.
I forgot my note card, but my name is Whitney Moore.
Whitney Moore. Braden Mott. Mason Mudgett. Benjamin Murdoch. Ezekiel Neat. Kiani News.
James Nimick. Paul Ortega. Joshua Ortman. Jesse Pius. Caleb Palm. Mariah Penner. Jack Pham. Nathan Phillips. Caden Pickard. Colby Pickard. Nathaniel Pope. Braxton Deuce. Lucas Quiros. Andrew Robb. Colin Reed. Isaac Regalado. Christina Reynaga. Anderson Rhoda. Emma Rhoda. Russell Root. Okay. Brody Russell. Zachary Rubin. Jaron Sampson. Spencer Sanders. Dallas Shannon. Haven Sims. Miles Smith. Owen Smith. Abigail Spinks. Taylor Sutton. Bo Swan. Taylor Tartaglia. Luke Thompson. Joshua Tompkins. Aiden Werner. Ashley Werner. Rihanna Wild. Lauren Williams. Wyatt Wilson. Rylan Wood. Hayden Wood Small. Emma Wright. Maritza Barajas. Caleb Figueroa. Arturo Bucio.
Well, was that fun or what? Yeah. It was great to hear your names. It was great to see you cross that stage and for you to promote. With sincere appreciation, I thank you for supporting our students throughout their middle school years and for taking part in their promotion ceremony. There's no better way to close out a school year than by honoring our 8th graders. One more round of applause for you 8th graders. Great job. They will make their way over to the Ag Quad where you can meet up with your student and celebrate with them there. The photograph proofs from the ceremony can be viewed and ordered at photostopgallery.com. And I know that's a lot to remember right now. Just know that it's in the 8th grade promotion flyer that was sent home a few weeks ago. And the link can also be found on our TMS website. We also have a bin located in Ag Quad for anyone wishing to recycle their gown. And finally, Templeton Unified School District Board of Trustees, Superintendent Asplund and Assistant Superintendent Burnett, distinguished guests, families, and friends, it is with a great deal of pride and joy that I present to you the Templeton Middle School Promoting Class of 2021, and in 4 short years, the graduating class of 2025.